y'all. So the USA FIBA World Cup roster has been announced earlier this morning. Let's talk about it, okay? So we got Aaliyah Boston. Not surprised. She didn't play in the qualifying games because I think of her injury that she sustained from Unrivaled. But like I said, she got good for work. She can, score at the basket really well. Obviously, the threes getting there, hitting the midi occasionally, and she's a good defender. The elbows do come back to bite, but I think it's a good selection for our team and what we need in the post. And then we got one of my GOATs, Paige Beckers, okay? Things that you'll love to see. I think that we can expect to see Paige playing a lot of small forward, unfortunately, you know what I mean? Because I think we have like 5 guards on this roster and everything, so I definitely think there will be times that she goes kind of with like a 3-guard lineup in a sense, you know what I mean? But the great thing about Paige is her versatility. So she can play the 1, she can play the 2, or she can play the 3. And we saw her playing some small forward minutes and everything. So yeah, I hope that we get to see a lot of minutes with her and Kelsey Plum because I thought that they played really well together in the qualifying games. So I think that that would be great. I feel like we didn't really get to see her play a whole lot with Chelsea Gray. And if it was like her, Chelsea Gray, Kyle, which like burn that lineup. I don't want to see it. So maybe we could see a lineup with her, Chelsea Gray, and Kelsey Plum. I think that her and Caitlin will kind of see that as well and everything. But the ability to be versatile, the ability to play off ball, and most importantly, in FIBA, the ability to defend because his guard defense is in the gutter. It's going to be good for Paige. So Paige is going to get good minutes, and she's going to make some happen. And then we have Caitlin Clark. I think the thing with her is the fact that she can't play off the ball. I just think that that's going to be a bugaboo for her. I think when you saw in the qualifying games, her and Chelsea Gray, it did not work because she can't play off the ball. So I just think that that's a lineup that you straight up shouldn't run. You know what I mean? And the turnovers be costly, and she got saved a couple times. But in the actual other games, the better teams, it's not going to be like that and everything. So we'll see. But I do not want to see her playing in the clutch, and then she can't play defense either. So that's going to be a bugaboo for her, in my opinion, and everything. Y'all know how I feel about her in general. I feel like she can be good at facilitating and getting others involved, but it's just the turnovers, though. You know what I mean? So we'll kind of see how that goes and everything. And like I said, her and Paige can have good minutes together and stuff. I think that she feels comfortable with like Paige bringing the ball up and stuff like that. But the off-ball movement, it's just not there. Nafisa Collier, y'all know Nafisa Collier is one of my favorite basketball players. I'm so excited that she will be doing her thing. And so, yeah, like, I think it'll be great. There's literally, like, nothing she can't do. So, excited to see her do her thing. Kalia Copper, I like Kalia Copper. Kalia Copper can play either the shooting guard or, the small forward spot. I think the thing with her is, like, either she's on or she's off. And I feel like the qualifying games, she might have had one good game. It was bad for the sport. So, we'll kind of see and everything. But, yeah, I don't know. To me, I wouldn't want to see heavy minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because when her and Chelsea play together, I just think it don't look good out there. It don't look good out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll talk about that, though. Chelsea Gray, got a lot of respect for Chelsea Gray, the point god, as she's called. And I'm going to put together a video of all of her assists so far this season. She has over 200. So, hopefully, in the next few days, I can get that posted. I got to edit it together. But, yeah, really great at getting others involved. When she needs to call her own number and come through, she does. That one-legged fadeaway jumper, she's won so many games off of that. You know what I mean? She has moments where she can defend as well. I think the thing with me for Chelsea Gray is I just hate when she does that thing where she just starts playing selfish and not getting others involved and then she's missing shots. That version of Chelsea Gray is really hard to watch. When she just, is getting others involved, taking her shots within the flow of the game and she's having a good game, I do enjoy to watch her. But, that stint, it was tough. I'm not even going to hold y'all earlier. Like, I remember it because her and Kyle pissed me off. Ryan Howard. I think Ryan Howard's here mainly for defense, to be honest, and everything. Ryan Howard's just a really inconsistent offensive player and stuff. So, yeah, I think she's really good on defense, though. And then you just come in and you kind of like a cherry on top to what we got going offensively and stuff. So, I think that there's some good stuff that Ryan can provide. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then she does this thing where she's, like, disengaged in some of the games, and it just really pisses me off. So, I'll say that. I have my qualms, but, I get why she's here. Kelsey Plum. Y'all know I love Kelsey Plum, okay? One of my favorites. She's someone who can play the 1 or the 2. Really quick, really explosive. So I just enjoy her game a lot. She can't play defense. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all. So that is, a problem. I'm not going to lie. So, we'll kind of see what Kara Lawson does with the lineups and just to maximize everything, And like I said, I think her and Paige minutes were really good together. So we'll see kind of what we're going with the lineups. But yeah. And then we have Angel Reese. Y'all know I love Angel Reese. Okay. So yeah, I think with having the big three on here and everything, I think she's not going to be asked to score as much, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. I'm kind of already prepared for that. So I think they're really gonna have her come off the bench. You know, add a punch to the team, and then you know, defense and rebounding. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that she's a part of it. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a lot that she's going to be able to provide positively. And I think her and Aaliyah Boston, we haven't really got a chance to see them play together. You know what I mean? At least that I've seen. Maybe they did like before whenever they were younger, but I didn't see that. So, you know, like it'll be cool in this aspect. And I think defensively they can do some really good things with Angel playing the 4 and Aaliyah Boston playing the 5. I would hope, at least. I'm tired of seeing Angel play the 5. She can do it, but she's a power forward at the end of the day. So I think that there's just a lot of that she provides with her hustle, with her grit. Takes no possessions off, is going to play till 0-0-0. So I'm just happy she's going to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And like all the younger players are going to take a diminished scoring role to an extent, you know what I mean, as well, not just her. But you know, it's to be expected, but I'm happy she gets to be a part of it. Stewie, I love Stewie Down. I really do. Still one of the best power forwards in this league. Can do it all. That 3-ball being hell, no shade, but you know, we got other people for that here. So yeah, like she's at her best when she can get to the basket, when she can get to the elbow and score that way. Really good defender too. So appreciate Stewie a lot. Asia Wilson, you know, best player in the world right now. You know what I mean? What she's done, 4 MVPs, having a really good season. You know, I would argue she got to be the front runner for MVP, at least if you're serious. You know what I mean? So yeah, just how she does it, really good footwork, makes it look easy. So, you know, of course, Asia's here. And you know, somebody asked her about it a couple weeks ago, and she was kind of like on the borderline. No Ariana, if she was going to do it or not, but she has decided to do it, and I'm thankful for that because she can defend too. And then we have Jackie Young. I like Jackie Young a lot and what she provides, along with like Paige and Chelsea Gray's good guard defense, which we need. And she's someone who's a really versatile player as well, so can play the 1 or the 2. Maybe she'll play a little bit of the 3 in these lineups and everything. I don't know. I feel like her and Paige might have had some good moments together. She can defend really well too, so I like her versatility. She's really strong, and she can initiate contact, get to the free throw line, and everything like that as well. So I think Jackie Young is a really valuable piece on this roster. So some of y'all might be wondering, where's Sabrina? So basically, Sue Bird didn't talk about why she didn't make the roster. But she said it was about making choices about people who have all earned the right to play. Said it was not a reflection of who she is as a player. And a lot of people are like, you know, what do they mean by right to play and everything like that? So it's rubbing people the wrong way. To be honest, am I that upset that Sabrina's not on the roster? No, because we already have enough guards who can't play defense, and she's inconsistent offensively. I do think that she's a good player. It's just I don't know what to expect from her when she steps foot on the court. So I think that's my thing. I think that's my thing. And then you already have Caitlin, which is really like a Sabrina prototype in a sense, you know, and kind of some of the stuff that they do as well. Kelsey Plum can't play defense either. Like our guard defense for the most part is in the gutter. So adding another one onto that or whatever, you know, in that sense, I can get it as well. Also, Sue Bird just, I don't know, she's just so politically correct at times, and some of the stuff that she says just rubs me the wrong way. So, like, I get it. I'm not that upset about it and everything. I can get why people feel away, but, you know, that's just my honest opinion. Then she got asked about, you know, attending camp, and she, like, they basically said you ain't have to go for real. But then she said, you know, Olivia basically, like, she'll be in the mix in the future. Things that I don't want to see. Things that I don't want to see. I'm sorry. Her and Caitlin, a lot of the similar things that bother me, the inability to play off ball and everything like that as well comes back to by the guard defense, etc. So it's just not something that I want to see. So there's that. Also, this is a post that UConn made for the Huskies. My Huskies making a team. Thank you. Thank you. So what do you guys think overall about the roster? In short, I'm really not that surprised. A lot of these people who were on here played in the qualifying game. So yeah, I mean, if you watch the games, you knew who was going to be cut. Monique Billings, that was one of the easiest cuts of all time after how she played in that stint. Like, don't even get me started. So I'm not that surprised by it and everything. I think generally for 2028, I want to see us go younger. Like this veteran gimmick, it just gets to a point for me and everything. And so yeah, we'll see what Kara Lawson does with the lineups and things of that nature. But you have to go to what's working, and all of these veteran lineups, like you have to have a mix of the veterans and a mix of the younger players. And when we go to 2028, we need young guard play. We need young guard play, okay? Like you can't just put anybody on, you know what I mean, just because they're like, because not everything's going to work, you know what I mean? So I think it's really important for USA to be versatile and to be adaptable, you know what I mean? That's why someone like Paige, I think will be great. I think someone like Angel, she just has so many different things that she's good at and how hard she plays. I think she'll be great. You know, the big three with the post, yeah. So I'm really happy with the post selection. With the guard selection, I'm really not that surprised, but I have some question marks about the defense. So we'll see what happens for 2028 and who gets added and everything like that. But, I think we should go young more often than not. I really, really do. And I just hope they don't irritate me with the lineups and stuff because they were doing anything. But let me know what you guys think below. Also, something that's worth noting in terms of when the games will be, okay? So we got one on China, that's going to be September 4th, Italy, September 6th, and Czechia, I believe, September 7th, okay? And those are probably just like the beginning games and everything because we have like 3 weeks off in September. So I think, we have that in case like, we make a deep run and everything. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Now, I will be covering the games. I'll watch all the games and I'll give you guys a review of them. I might even go live for the qualifying game. I did go live for a game on my other account, Anastasia250_ and chopped it up. So yeah, I want to do more lives on here, but I think I got to do a couple more lives until I can get some of the features on here. So, I will do some more lives on here at some point in time. I would like to do that. But there's that. So I will be covering, and that's kind of what to expect, at least to start off and everything. But I will definitely be covering USA basketball for sure. If you're new here, I do cover the WNBA. So I make videos about all the Dallas Wings games, all the New York Liberty games, and all the Atlanta Dream games. And then I cover the other teams within space of that and like the news. So follow this account and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching for more videos just like this one. But yes.